Hello, hello, hello. Good morning and welcome. You are on the mountain with Rick, and it is time for some Splinterlands. But first, coffee. Super stoked. We got a new camera set up. We got our splitter in today, so we finally got the complete setup. So forgive me if things look a little bit weird. We're still adjusting and getting things all sorted out because I literally just got the thing working like 5 minutes ago and have been messing with it since. But we are here today. We're going to have some fun because we got a brand new legendary airdrop summoner to try and claim on 2 accounts. And then we got a brand new proposal to vote on 3 accounts. And of course, we're gonna take a dive into the updating wording. I have not yet looked at the new proposal. We're gonna hide it here for a moment. First thing we're gonna do is go claim. We got 11 T1 packs on our Get Good Scrub account, so we can't expect an Immortalis, but we can show enough hope for one. Let's see how it goes. Okay, looks like it goes not at all. Oh, we got one! Woo! Heck yeah! Heck yeah, that is excellent. Alrighty, let's go ahead and send that on to Rick Wins Again. Because that is definitely not staying on this account, you know what I'm saying? This is the jackpot giveaway account. And let's go ahead and catch up with the chat as well. What is good? SRBS? Why? I don't know. I don't know why Serbs is your name, but I'm not about to complain either. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today? Rick Wins Again. That's where we send it. Correct. Confirm. Okay. Okay, what's up? There we go. Now I got the chat loaded on the phone. I can actually read. Alrighty. Now let's go ahead and hop on over into SPS. Claim. I actually have liquid SPS on this account. That shouldn't be the case. That should have already been sent over long ago to the main, but that's all right. We're also going to claim here our pitiful amount of rewards from like 3 months of being on the bot but having no cards. We're going to transfer 14.368 to player on the mountain. Transfer out. Okay. Oh, thank you. Definitely stoked about that. We've got a few copies that are on their way in from some other sources as well. Deals that were previously arranged, but definitely nice to actually pull one as well. All right, we got 5 vote power, and so far it looks like we are 66% for, 34% against. So we actually have a possibility of this vote not passing. Surprisingly enough, I expected that there was no real chance that this is actually going to fail, but all right, let's go ahead and reread this here. A proposal is being put forth to a vote of the SPS stakeholders to implement a system of burning DEC and or voucher tokens in order to receive a discount on future purchases within the Splinterlands game, which will require burning DEC tokens. The way this is proposed to work is that players will be able to burn DEC tokens in order to receive 1 DEC-B token known as DEC batteries, typically at a discount such as 0.8 per 1 DEC-B, 0.8 DEC per 1 DEC-B, for example. In the future, for any things within the Splinterlands game which require burning of DEC, DEC-B tokens may be used instead on a 1-to-1 basis. The first change DEC-B would be a typical transferable cryptocurrency token which would be available within the Splinterlands website, be able to be bought and sold on Hive Engine, and potentially be bridged to other external platforms in the future. This was my first major problem with this particular proposal, is that it should absolutely not have been transferable, and that issue which was raised not just by myself, but by many other community members as well. I am obviously not claiming any credit for it, but as a result of an informal poll in the comments, this proposal is being updated so that DEC-B tokens will be soul-bound, meaning they will not be transferable or sellable and will only be able to be used to make eligible purchases within the game, much like the existing credits token. Based on the accounts upvoting the 2 comments below this post, roughly 31 million worth of staked SPS voted for the soul-bound DEC-B tokens versus roughly 11 million worth of staked SPS voting for transferable DEC-B. Therefore, it has been updated. What's good, Bit? Has been updated to now it will no longer be transferable. The DEC-B tokens will be soul-bound. So that is the first major issue that I had with it. Has been answered. So I am now more willing to consider voting in favor of this proposal. Let's continue. But first, copy. For example, if it requires 10,000 DEC to upgrade a certain building within the land expansion or in your guild, etc., players would be able to use 10,000 DEC-B tokens instead of DEC for that upgrade. Since players could purchase DEC-B tokens for 0.8 DEC each using the example above, they then receive a 20% discount on the cost to upgrade that building by burning their DEC for DEC-B in advance. In other words, you have to do it now because this is only going to last for 60 days or 2 billion DEC be made, which is probably going to take significantly less than 60 days. I would expect it to be within, a week to 2 weeks. We also propose to implement the ability to purchase DEC-B with voucher tokens as well, which we believe fits well within the main goal of voucher token, which is to provide discounts and access to various things in the game. That is the second problem that I had. Not that I actually have a problem with vouchers being included, but since DEC-B was going to be transferable, it is basically turning vouchers into DEC when exactly what we're trying to do is eliminate DEC from the circulating supply. With it being soul-bound, again, that still is eliminating vouchers to add DEC, but it's less problematic because the soul-bound issue has been answered, and therefore it's kind of a non-issue now. The overall goal of such a system is to incentivize players to burn DEC and or vouchers in the short term in order to gain a discount on future features. Some of the features we expect to require burning DEC in the future, which could then receive a discount by using DEC-B, are land survey potions, guild buildings, guild alliance building updates, building upgrades, maintenance, and boosts for the land, future mini additions such as orbs, dice, and rift watchers pending DAO approval, skins, and cosmetics. So most of these I'm okay with. I do not want to see DEC-B usable for packs. That's the entire thing about that. You can't use it for packs. You can't use it for cards. So I think that is one of the things that we should keep is you can't use it for packs. You can't use it for cards. Now, granted, this is a pending DAO approval. I don't want to have the DAO receiving DEC-B either. Like, I feel like this needs to be something that is only for DEC that is getting burned. If it's a DAO sale item, then that's not a burn. That is going to the DAO, and therefore I feel like that should not be this should not have even been mentioned in here. It should not be pending DAO approval. It should be a non-starter that is just not even an idea that is under consideration. But that is probably the most minor of my issues with the original bill. Any player who is planning to participate in any of the above features in the future would directly benefit from burning DEC and or voucher tokens to get DEC-B while they are available, which would potentially push a significant amount of future DEC demand up to now when it is needed most. Please note that any items sold by the Splinterlands company, such as Chaos Legion, Rebellion, and Tower Defense booster packs, will not be purchasable with DEC-B tokens. DEC-B will only be available for new features within the game that burn DEC tokens, such as the items in the list above. And that's why I say the DAO mini editions should not count, because DAO issues don't get burned. DAO issues collect tokens that are then held and distributed by the DAO. So leave the DAO out of it. Once implemented, the SPS stakeholder community can vote to conduct a sale of specified amount of DEC-B tokens at any price in DEC and or voucher tokens at any time and for a specified amount of time in order to help bolster the demand for DEC when and if it is needed. That is another thing. I'm not honestly sure where I stand on that, because it's on the one hand, I've done the math, and we can look through that in a little bit, but this 2 billion is not going to be enough to move DEC to peg. But at the same time, the more we do, the worse it is, because it is still an inflation mechanic. Like, at the end of it, with all things considered, that 20% discount is inflation in the long run. Even with it not being soulbound, even with it being soulbound instead of being transferable, regardless of whether it's vouchers or DEC that are put into it, even if it's 100% DEC and 0 vouchers are used, which we all know is not going to be the case, but it's still inflation in the long run. And the 2 billion, even in the best case scenario, would not even move us halfway from where we are to where we're trying to be at the par value. But we know it wouldn't even be that good, because there's going to be more vouchers used than not if this goes through, because of course people are looking for a way to dump vouchers into something that actually has value. And so I feel like this is going to cause a lot of inflation, and that is something that is not being taken seriously by certain people that are much higher in power than I am. This proposal is asking the SPS stakeholder community to approve a sale of 2 billion DEC-B tokens for a price of either 0.8 DEC or 0.005 voucher tokens each for a period of 60 days. So this means when we sell 2 billion, it's over. If we don't sell 2 billion and we go 60 days, it's over. Either way, once we hit one of those two things, it is over, but then we can vote through the DAO to go ahead and do another reissue of DEC-B at any time, for any price, for any length of time, as decided upon by the community. Which, because we are talking about DAO proposals and votes, really means as decided by the whales, because they have the weight to their votes that the rest of us do not. So this definitely does open things up to whale games specifically. And it's not like the game in and of itself is not subject to whale games, but it's definitely something that I worry about being kind of explicitly put out there like that. This means that once the feature is implemented, current goal is to have it live by the end of January, then up to a max of 2 billion DEC-B will be available for up to 60 days. Once those 2 billion DEC-B are sold or the 60 days are up, then no more DEC-B will be available to purchase until and unless the community votes to offer more for sale, and the pricing may be different for future sales as well based on community approval, which means that we could put out a proposal that we're going to sell DEC-B for 0.1 DEC and get a 90% discount on it. We could do 0.01 DEC and have a 99% discount on it. We could even do 0.000001 DEC per DEC-B and can only be purchased in groups of 10 million or more, and so on and so forth. And so that, you know, it is absolutely out there for whales to take advantage of, and normal people just can't even touch it. So that's one of the points of still possible contention. I am expecting someone to join, so...
Hey there.
Oh, there he is. Alrighty. I was literally just about to message you. Have you been following along? Have you already read the updated proposal, Jim?
I The updated proposal? I don't think so.
Yeah,
When did they post it?
well, it's actually up for a vote now, and the updated proposal is what is being voted on. They made it soulbound. They took out the transferable. I haven't noticed any other changes so far, but we're going through it all word by word anyways. So we are currently actually almost down to the end, and it looks like that actually is the only change. Everything else is as is, except that the DEC would be soulbound. The DEC-B would be soulbound.
Right.
Which, go ahead.
When I first heard about it, right, I thought it would be better if it was soulbound. But then I was also thinking, I'm like, all right, if this is, oh wait, no, it's gonna be hard capped, right? At like what, 2 billion or something?
It's gonna be soft capped at 2 billion.
Oh, it's soft. Wait, soft capped at 2 billion?
Yes. Once implemented, the SPS stakeholder community can vote to conduct a sale of a specified amount of DEC-B tokens at any price in DEC and or voucher tokens at any time and for a specified amount of time in order to help bolster the demand for DEC when and if it is needed. This means once this passes, then at any time for any reason, the community can, through a DAO vote, make any amount more for however long, and we can change the prices. So, and that's what I was just kind of going into. The whales could technically put forth a proposal that we're going to implement another 10 billion DEC-B tokens at a price of 0.0001 DEC each, and enjoy a 99.99% discount on it, and make it so that the only way you can actually do that is to spend 1 million or more DEC on it.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
And it's probably not, but the door is opened there.
In theory, yes.
And they have the weight to make it happen if enough of them decide that they want to do so. Now, I know our community well enough.
At that argument, I don't even want the DEC-B.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like DEC-B, well, they made it soulbound, which is the number one concern that I had with it. I still don't like the bill overall because number one, it's transferring tokenomics. It's not actually making the tokenomics on DEC any better. It's making them look better with smoke and mirrors while taking the bad parts of the tokenomics and applying them to the DEC-B. It is still an inflation mechanic over time. The soulbound nature does make it a lot better, but it's still a significant inflation mechanic. And then the fact that you're turning vouchers into DEC as well.
I say it's kind of an inflation mechanic. Kind of.
I don't even really see the kind of. Like it's straight up it's flat out an inflation mechanic. Because even if you can't use DEC-B for everything that you can use DEC for, you can use DEC-B for almost everything that you can use DEC for. Literally, it's cards and packs. That's it. That's the only thing that is different.
Yeah, but like that's kind of a big thing, though, don't you think?
No, because cards and packs you can still use credits on.
Well, packs right now you can use credits on. That was with Chaos Legion. Going forward, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be DEC.
I mean, maybe, but also the fact that they've got, this line in here, future mini editions such as Orbs, Dice, and Rift Watchers pending DAO approval. I mean, obviously, yes, that does still say pending DAO approval, but these are things that you're not burning DEC on. That is DEC or SPS or whatever that would be going to the DAO. And so now you are giving DEC-B a utility that even DEC would not have. Like if like Rift Watchers is priced in SPS, not DEC. So DEC-B would therefore have an additional utility And obviously this is not the most cogent connection because it would be for future, not for the ones that are currently there. But it still stands
they were also already saying that going into the future, all mini sets, well, I guess really every kind of promo thing in mini set is going to be in DEC. Because they wanted to swap Rift Watchers to DEC. And they've even stated, all right, since it's not going through, all future stuff, we're just making it DEC.
And I do support that. That is exactly where DEC should be. I was against Rift Watchers being priced in SPS to begin with, primarily because I didn't want to spend SPS on it, but 100%. Also because, you know, it doesn't make any sense. SPS is governance, DEC is the in-game currency. Why would you price anything in not in DEC? I didn't even understand why they price nodes in SPS. That one is closer, it's more understandable because at least it is something that has to do with SPS. But pricing any sort of cards in SPS was just, I never understood why we even went down that road to begin with.
All right, so real quick, I just logged in and I saw I can get Immortalis.
I got one on Get Good Scrub, which is the account that we're still on currently.
Okay.
So, good luck to you. 11T1.
All right. Whew. On my main account, I got 2.
Nice. Congrats.
Account, I got the 1 guarantee along with the added off chance. So now let's go to my alt account, the one with all the packs bought on it. Come on. How many are you thinking I'm getting? How many?
How many packs?
2,700.
So you're guaranteed 4? I'm gonna call 7.
Guaranteed 5. It's 625 for this one.
Oh, okay. So you're guaranteed 5. I'm gonna call 6 and 1 gold.
Oh no, I am guaranteed 4. Okay. Dude, if I get a gold, I'll be pretty happy about that one. Come on.
I'm gonna call 6 and 1 gold.
Come on.
And if you get 6 and 1 gold, you should give me one of the regulars.
No, I probably wouldn't. 4 standard and 1 gold. Holy cow, I got a gold.
Congrats.
Wow. All right, time to sell.
Hold off on that one.
Selling.
The price has been going up, so you might want to wait a day or so before you sell the gold. No, it has. Literally, Buns, Bags, and Caps bought a gold for $75, and at the end of his stream, it was $112. You might want to wait 24 hours and kind of keep an eye on things.
I will see what the sell price for him right now is.
I mean, I know it's your plan to sell. I'm just saying you might be better off waiting a few hours than selling right now.
73.50 is the high bid for the gold.
All right, well, I have downvoted on...
The other ones are $10? Ugh. Ugh.
I have downvoted on Get Good Scrub. We're going to switch over to the main. We're going to downvote there and attempt to collect. Hopefully we can get one more Immortalis off of our 37 packs. What's good, JR Smith? Welcome, welcome. Howdy Bit 002.
Oh, we got Bid up in here? I don't know who that is. Alright, well, I think I'm going to sell the non-golds.
All right, we are checking for our 37 packs. Hopefully we can get one more. I mean, 2 would be even better. Then we can actually make a level 3 once the ones arrive from Dwayne. But 2 would be just ridiculous out of 37 packs. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nom 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 nom. It's like the game is chewing my request over. Like, do we want to give him 2 more? You only got 1 out of 770. Yikes, Big Barger. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. Nope, no rewards. We're going to go ahead and claim all possible SPS right now and stake every bit of it just to give our vote that tiny little bit more weight. I did get 1 out of my 11 T1 packs on Get Good Scrub Big Barger, which still more than I could hope for, because, I mean, that's a very low amount of packs, and that's actually the 4th airdrop that we've landed on that account. We got Uriel, Wraith, and Yasik, and then now Immortalis. 1 of each, but still, that's pretty insane airdrop luck. If only we had luck like that anywhere else. Because we're still at a grand total of 0 gold foil legendaries in a year and a half. 6 legendaries pulled from chests in a year and a half. 8 total legendaries pulled from packs in a year and a half. Oh wow, looks like Hive is going crazy right now. Everybody must be voting, because that's twice in a row that I've gotten that same error message.
You guys are voting?
Yeah. Only 1 for me for almost all of them. Pretty crappy. Yeah, with 770 packs, I can see how you would feel that. That's definitely some non bueno luck.
Alright, so looks like I have just 1 Mortalis left, and it's gold. You really think that? I don't think this thing is going up, my guy.
I mean, do what you do. Also, part of it is if I can figure it out, I want to buy it from you. But, I mean, I got other things that are happening first and are more important. So, it's obviously, like, go ahead and do what you do. Don't wait for me. I was just saying that because literally, like, I saw it on his stream earlier. Buns, Bags, and Caps bought his at the beginning of his stream for $75. And then at the end of his stream, it was 112. Just for a gold Immortalis. Single BCX.
Yeah. But over time, there's just going to be more and more.
Well, yeah. I wasn't saying, like, hold it for months.
This card being good enough. Yeah, and I'm, like, even saying over the course of the next day.
Yeah, that's true. Because there's probably a lot of people that haven't even claimed yet. But I do feel like he is, he's one of the stronger summoners. Like, Buns was saying he is the best of all the Chaos Legion summoners. I disagree with that. I'd put him second.
Oh.
I still think Wraith is better, but...
Honestly, yeah. I think Wraith is the best one so far. Yeah,
of course. It's still 2 to be seen, so that could change, and I do expect Dragon to kind of... I mean, just by virtue of being Dragon, it's already got a leg up. So unless it's complete and utter shite, I think that it's probably going to end up being better than Wraith. But out of what we've seen so far, I think that Wraith is not only the best Chaos Legion summoner, I would honestly say that Wraith is the best modern life summoner as well. And I know that there's some Lorna fans out there that are really going to kind of want to take that apart. And I think there's some Chancius fans out there as well that might disagree. But you know what? You go ahead and disagree. And yeah, I'll stand by it. Like and obviously my opinion does not mean all that much because I've not played with all of them. But in my opinion, just from my experiences that I do have, that yeah, Wraith is the best life summoner and is the best Chaos Legion.
Chancius is good, right? Chancius is good, but Wraith makes you an Omni tank. All of your stuff Omni tanks.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like, oh, magic gets by my armor, so that doesn't matter. All right, the Chancius repair, okay, doesn't matter. The triage, if you're attacking frontline, okay, doesn't matter. Resurrect, all right, great, they have 1 HP. Magic, get in there, kill them.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's not even comparable to how good Wraith makes you.
I'm not arguing against you here. I'm saying, like, I
Whoever says Chancius, they're wrong. Clip it. Boom, it's over.
I don't think I can actually clip from this stream while I'm streaming.
Oh, all right.
But you can. You can clip it, and then then if it wins, you and I could maybe both get 500.
All right, give me a minute.
File things under not gonna happen.
Give me just a second. I gotta do this.
Oh yeah, I need to send in my Chaos Legion packs because I said I was gonna open these after Immortalis dropped, so that I had chances to open him. So I'm gonna go ahead and do so. Bootops, you got nothing. I'm sorry to hear it, man. How many packs? Oh yeah, 7, that'd be much more surprising if you did than if you didn't. All right, let's go ahead and hope for Immortalis and or I was gonna say Lux. We can't get Lux from this pack, but we can get Quicks. I'd also be happy with Wraith or a Yasik or a Billy. Hey, we got an Epic.
A question.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to have sucks in the clip?
I mean, I think so. I don't think sucks is a bad word necessarily, so I don't think it's one that is banned. All right, we got a triple rare pack. Let's see if we can get some gold from it. Tenyi Striker, Goblin Tower, Portal Spinner. Okay, nope. That means this one's gonna have the yellow border in it. I mean, overall, out of those two packs, I'm not terribly upset. You know, having 4 rares and an epic. The vanilla pack sealing it off does kind of meh, but it's all right. We still got 1 Immortalis, and we got 3 more coming, so it ain't the end of the world. Go ahead and switch account on the peak monsters here. Go back to the main. Come down to the cards that are owned.
All right. Yeah, I just had to finish up our clip.
Fair enough. We didn't really get anything particularly impressive out of the packs. We got Jin Inferni, and we got 5 rares, which out of 3 packs is not terrible, but also nothing to write home about. Immortalis is definitely undercosted at $10. If I had money to be putting in right now, I would absolutely be maxing him out. I need 7 more copies to do so. I don't have $70 to throw at it. But if I did, I sure enough would.
There you go. For anyone else who wants to watch that. Starbits? What is Starbits? I've never heard of it.
It's nothing. It's something I'm just getting rid of, trying to get some swap hive going. And
oh, okay. I see. I'm going to have to report you to Ron.
For acquiring assets to use in Splinterlands?
Reporting.
Okay, go for it.
I didn't say it was gonna work. Alright.
Okay, I guess I'll have to do Hive Engine for that one.
Do.
Big Barger, I feel like he really is the second best of all Chaos Legion summoners.
He's not. This is also coming from the Rick himself, who thinks Dalen's the best one.
I never ever said that Dalen was the best. I said that Dalen was underrated and that he was a lot better than the community as a whole thought. And I think that I have proven that fact sufficiently.
He's definitely a lot better than what I thought.
Yeah. I never said that he's the best. I mean, he's definitely not the best summoner in Modern. But he's...
Ilthane is... I, never see Ilthanes, dude.
I don't understand how Ilthane is so expensive compared to the rest, because I agree. I never see Ilthane. I never play Ilthane. I've never even been in a situation where I'm like, oh man, I wish I had Ilthane right now. Okay, that's a lie. There was one game where I was on stream and the rule set was Thorns and Magic Reflect, and it was like, yeah, Ilthane would be really nice right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, guys. That's it. Go home. What are you doing? That's funny.
I did not say Ilthane was the best. I never said Ilthane was the best.
Ilthane garbage. He heard it here first, boys. Ilthane garbage.
Also never said that. Thank you for not putting words in my mouth, Jim. I don't see him because he is expensive. Yes and no. I mean, when you're in Diamond, expense is really less of an issue. I mean, when you start running into Lamacron, 4 times a day, and, Kitty 12 times a day, and Almo and Lord Arianthus, they're definitely not... too scared of a $5 per BCX epic summoner. So
no, I wouldn't be.
I feel like it's honestly because, I mean, he is very good in certain niches, but it's really not an overall every game summoner, unlike Wraith or even Sloan. I mean, Sloan is more usable and is better in most circumstances than Ilthane, because you can control the fact that you're going to bring ranged monsters with Sloan. You cannot control what your opponent is bringing, and Ilthane is only good when you know they're bringing ranged.
Oh, the speed control is great.
But you're better off using quicks?
And if you don't have a Quicks or access to a Quicks, like, come on.
Well, we're talking about, $5 per BCX for Ilthane, so, you just buy a Quicks instead. Because
are we just talking about cost?
No, I'm talking about in any given situation where you would want to use Ilthane, like, if you're talking about in that particular niche, well, I mean, Quicks is better than Ilthane because not only is he's more effective because you're actually reducing their damage rather than doing damage in return. He still has the -1 speed. He is less mana he's not less mana. They're both 4 mana.
They're the same.
But, expense-wise, he is comparable. And he is Dragon, which means that he is so much more usable than Ilthane because you can run him with other cards that are better for that particular circumstance. So I absolutely say Quicks is better than Ilthane.
So first of all, plussing speed is better than minusing speed. Instantly better.
To a point.
In theory, they're the same, but there's a lot of monsters that have 1 speed. You can't reduce it below that. So,
but when those monsters are at 1 speed and you can't reduce it any further, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, at that point it does matter because if say it's a speed tie at 1 and 1, you reduce their speed down to 1 still, or give your guy +1 speed, you now go to 2. It does matter.
But if you're playing the speed comp, then you're not playing monsters that have 1 speed. That's why I say it doesn't matter. Like,
are you saying for reverse speed? Or what did you say?
No, I'm saying if you're playing the speed comp, if what you are trying to do is play to the speed differential, then you're really not bringing 1 speed monsters anyways. So, well, you are technically correct that you cannot drop their speed below 1, and you can increase your speed from 1.
It is always better to buff your stuff versus nerf your opponent's stuff.
It is. It is. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that the added utility of being able to play Dragon Splinter and every other Splinter is better than the difference between +1 speed and -1 speed.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. And also the -1 to range damage is better than the return fire because there are circumstances where I can actually eliminate your damage. If I knock your 2 down to 1 and I have shield as the ability, then I'm literally eliminating your damage.
Yeah, and now at that point we're looking at defensive play versus a more proactive. Like, we're going to put close around proactive because it still relies on your opponent to have the range, because now your return fire is now dealing damage to them, which increases your offensive prowess.
And it does. And I'm not saying that, it's an exact 1-to-1 comparison. I'm just saying that overall, I think that Quicks is far more usable. And if I was looking at the two of them and, pick one to put on my team, it's absolutely going to be Quicks 100% over Ilthane in
100%
any situation.
100%. Because now you get access to the Dragon Whelp.
And so many other things in Dragon, like Chaos Dragon, Void Dragon, Desert Dragon. Like, Dragon just has so many great options available.
At this point, don't even buy Quicks, just buy Kitty. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but we're talking about, orders of magnitude in terms of price. So, while you're not wrong, but yeah, I mean, I like Ilthane. I'm not saying that Ilthane is a bad summoner. I'm just saying that there is no situation where, unless it's the only summoner that I need and the rest of my collection is complete, there's no situation where I'm actually interested in picking up an Ilthane for $5. I'd rather just save up and get Wraith instead. Or I'd rather get Quicks instead. Or I'd rather get 3 copies of Dallin for the same price. And I've already got a max Dallin.
I'd rather just play General Salone, which is 90% cheaper than the Ilthane.
Yeah, exactly. You got Sloane is the cheapest Chaos Legion summoner. And then Ilthane is the most expensive Riftwatcher summoner.
Dude, it's
and
so
they're the same
ridiculous
splinter.
to me.
Like,
it's so ridiculous to me that Sloan is so cheap.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And
when they talk about the speed control that General Sloan doesn't have, it's like, okay, but your monsters make up for it, and then they're all ranged, and you destroy them.
Exactly. Like and
the
granted,
amount of damage.
The biggest problem that General Sloan has is that Pellicor Arbalist could fall out of a boat and miss water. Like, that is the biggest problem with Sloan, is that Pellicor Arbalist misses. It could fire at the ground and hit space.
Yeah.
Like, that is the biggest problem with Sloan. And that can be answered with, oh, I don't know, Soul Fiend has swiftness.
Well, all right. Let's even talk about, like, so Dwayne has brought this up in the past to where he thinks around the 4 speed is like pretty meta now, and with the Pellicor Arbalist and Silver, it goes to 3 speed. But then if you're also rocking the swiftness, who's the neutral
Supply Runner.
Supply Runner, it puts you to that meta speed tier now.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, 4 speed is really fast.
And the fact that he's got flying.
And double attack, so 6 damage. Yeah, and Goldie gets flying.
Yeah, but I mean, so, and it's not that flying really matters on him, except that it allows you to negate the mischance from their flyers.
Yeah.
Because if he's getting targeted, he's dead regardless. Like, it's just, as soon as your Arbalist is the target of an attack, you have lost that game. 90% of the time. Yeah. Allegedly, in my opinion. Big Barger says, I was just looking at Immortalis and I thought his dog was his arm. You know what? That kind of reminds me of, like, Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, who I always renamed to Mr. T, because, of course, he's Mr. T. I pity the fool. But a dog arm, actually, while it sounds physically impossible and just mind-numbingly stupid, would actually be really, really cool. Or like Evil Dead, Ash with his chainsaw.
Yeah. And the lightning bolts his boomstick.
I was actually raised on the same block as Bruce Campbell. Like when I lived in Detroit, like he wasn't there anymore, but like the house that he grew up in was on the same block as the house that I grew up in, just separated by a decade plus.
Mm-hmm.
And like his family wasn't there or anything more either, but my brother actually had his autobiography, which you're gonna love this. Can anybody guess the name of Bruce Campbell's autobiography?
I have no idea.
The answer is no, because if you know what it is, then that's because you know what it is. There's no way you're guessing it. It's called If Chins Could Kill, Confessions of a B-Movie Actor.
Wow.
And my brother had a signed copy of it because he's a huge Bruce Campbell fan, to the point where like his Christmas gift from Santa, i.e. me, was a local artist that does some amazing work. I got a bunch of people art from this artist. And like I've got Heath Ledger Joker sitting up on my wall right now. I got him one of Ash, and then I framed them all and mailed them all over the country and whatnot. And but like, and I got him. I got everybody some movies as well. And one of the ones I got him was Black Friday, which is a movie I kind of figured he had never heard of, but it has Bruce Campbell in it. So it's like, okay, that's cool. And it's a Thanksgiving related zombie movie. So. It's perfect.
All right, so real quick, I'm looking at the proposal. It is literally on the border right now for passing or going against.
Yep. And I'm actually very surprised by that, because I figured there was no way that this actually fails, but it's looking a lot closer than I expected. And it might just be that there are some whales that haven't logged in and cast their vote yet. I'm sure that there is like plenty of weight out there.
Like me. I haven't voted yet.
And I mean, obviously, I'm not going to tell you which way to vote on it, but I'm hoping that you vote against, because I still think it's bad for the game.
Give me a second. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I might not even vote.
You know, that's actually a fair option as well.
You know, like I never do.
Really? You don't vote on any of them?
In my mind, I never vote. So, maybe I vote. I don't know.
So let's update the spreadsheet with the current figures.
Alright, so I sold those Immortalises, and I bought... You'll never guess what I bought.
Nightmare packs.
Yeah, you got it.
Speaking of which, am I sending you mine?
Yeah, I'll pick them up. Killer. Oh man, guess who's about to get 12 more vouchers, dude?
Oh, I do have one more account I can vote with too. Fantastic. All right, those have been sent.
Yay.
Who is it? Rick wins again.
So,
Oh yeah, I won a Zenith Archer. That was cool. My voting power is 1. Well, you know what? I'm gonna use it.
you got 1 voting power?
On Rick wins again, yeah.
Dang.
I have 1 staked SPS.
Alright, scented.
Is Ilthane the next burn target for Jim? No. He doesn't have the hatred for Ilthane that he does for Kelia.
Nah, I don't hate that card. I never see that card.
He's just not a fan. There's not.
I don't even think there's a next card I would target. It's just always Kelia.
And I feel like the only end to the Kelia burning would come when there are no Kelias left to burn. Like,
No,
if he's successfully...
overpriced. When there's no single BCXs of Kelias anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even think the price really has much to do with it, because you've done gold. So, like,
Oh, that was given to me. I didn't buy that.
But still, you have done a gold.
Yeah,
so
I didn't buy it.
Blue Devil says Regal Periton would be my pick. I can never hit that thing.
Oh, I love that card.
Yeah, I love Regal Periton because you can never hit that thing. And honestly, I think like Regal Periton is my pick for the favorite card to play with Immortalis, because he is fast enough that that magic damage gets under your armor and then shatters it, and then my grunt goes ah. Like that's exactly how I see that working. Or Mycelic Infantry, like, oh, Mycelic Infantry is gonna be so good with both shield and void. Like, you're just never gonna damage him.
That's gonna lot better, yeah. That was my first thing I looked up. I'm like, all right, what green creatures have shield?
I didn't even have to look it up. I knew, because if I'm playing green, I am running Mycelic Infantry in front. Like, that is this period, end of story. Everyone's all, Unicorn Mustang, Unicorn Mustang, Unicorn Mustang. Unicorn Mustang is great if your opponent is running a lot of magic. But you know how I answer that? I put my Select infantry up front. I put my Select slip spawn in position 6. So all of your magic goes to the back anyways. The only thing that you are doing to my Select infantry is going to be melee. And I'm just not taking any damage from it. And then, yeah, now my Select infantry it dies after round 1 or round 2. But now he gets void also. And I can pump in 2 triages on him. So, plus the armor from Mycelia. Like, it's just disgusting.
This is just gonna make Salone even stronger, dude.
No, because you're still getting nerfed by the shield, so...
Yeah, but now I get double attacks regardless, so...
Well, yeah.
And you're nerfing 3 damage down to 2, which isn't a big deal.
If your Arbalest can hit.
Why wouldn't it hit a 1-speed monster?
Because it's Pelacor Arbalest.
I'm not worried about your I'm talking about your tank.
No, I know, but I'm saying Pelacor Arbalest. It can't hit anything. It doesn't matter if you're faster or not. He still misses.
I don't care about him, dude. You don't have 100% dodge chance. You should know this, okay? You're like, oh, I got 60% chance to dodge. Oh, I died.
Yeah, no.
You of all people wouldn't be arguing about RNG.
No, I'm not saying that infantry has 100% dodge chance. I'm saying that Pelacor Arbalest has a 100% miss chance, because you said 3 damage and double strike. That's Arbalest, and he's got a 100% miss chance.
He doesn't have a 100% miss chance.
In my experience, allegedly, in my opinion.
I don't care about your experience. I care about paper. And I don't mean money.
We know you don't care about money.
It's not about the money.
Everything is about money. Alright, so this is why I still voted against this proposal, even with the Soulbound being added in. Because no matter how you slice it, it's still not going to actually get us where we need to go. We are currently at 56.923 cents per 1,000 DEC. And so, best case scenario, if they had removed vouchers from the situation entirely, and the only thing that could get DEC-B was burning DEC, you would burn 1.6 billion DEC. We get 2 billion DEC-B. So that gives us, from their stated supply numbers of 6.3 billion, that gives us 4.7 billion left. And with the current demand for DEC, that would take our price from 56.92 cents to 76.30 cents, which is only a less than a 20% gain, or less than a 20-cent gain, and is well under half the way from where we are now to PEG. And in all honesty, that would just be what happens with DEC. But when we consider that DEC-B is still effectively DEC, it would result in an actually increased supply of 400 million, which would give us a total supply of 6.7 billion, which would give us an appropriate price of 0.53 or 53.524 cents. So that would actually go down by 3.5 cents, roughly. Looking at a more likely scenario, which is also not actually possible, but we have 6 million vouchers in circulation currently, by their numbers again. So if we were to burn all 6 million vouchers for DEC-B, that would give us 1.2 billion, which would give us a remaining DEC-B pool of 800 million, which would require burning 640 million DEC. That would give us a post-burn pool of DEC equal to 5.66 billion, which would give us, at the same demand, a price of 63.359 cents per thousand, which is, just 15% above where we're at currently. Also not very impressive, and would give us an actual increased supply of 1.2 billion from the vouchers, plus 160 million from the DEC, which would be 1.2 1.36 billion increased supply for a total of 7.02 billion and a actual negotiable price of 51.08 cents per the thousand. Now, obviously, we're not going to burn through every single voucher, so that is kind of another extreme scenario that is not actually going to happen. The most likely scenario would be somewhere around 3 million vouchers get burned, pushing the voucher price from where it is up to maybe about 19 to 20 cents. Actually, wouldn't even go that high. It would probably be more like 2 million vouchers. But either way, the math here is based on the half and kind of checks out regardless. That would be 600 million DEC-B, and then that would leave 1.4 billion, which would require the burning of 1.12 billion DEC, which would give us a effective post-burn circulation of 6.188 million. Or 6.188 billion in DEC and a resultant price of 57.953 cents. Again, would actually increase the supply to 8.076 billion in a combination of DEC and DEC-B, and a resulting fair price, all things considered, of 44.405 cents per the thousand. So in order to actually get up to peg, we would have to burn through well over 2.8 billion. Let's adjust this to get it a little closer. All right, so approximately 2.73 billion DEC if we were to burn that much. Yeah, go ahead.
Can't you just change the DEC price point to your 1.00 and it'll change the supply K?
No, because the equations here are all one way. I am not that advanced with spreadsheets.
Okay. Understood.
I could probably do it in reverse. That would make more sense.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, so with 2.73 billion DEC burned, we would get up to $1 and 0.452 cents per thousand. But on the flip side, that would also add 682,500,000 DEC to the supply, and 6.82 billion to the supply, and would give us a resulting actual price point of 36.923 cents for the thousand. Like, there is no way that this actually does push us to par value. Even in the best case scenario here, it still only goes up to 76.3 cents per the thousand, which is well short of that dollar. And that's not even taking into account the inflation that is there, which the fact that that inflation is soul-bound is very helpful, and it means that we're not actually going to push the DEC down to this price immediately. But it is still a lot of pressure, or upward pressure on DEC, that we're not going to receive in the long term, because we're already not burning through enough DEC. And this is just putting more DEC to be burned before DEC gets burned. Like, that is the problem, is that we're not burning enough DEC. And that's why I say it's purely inflationary. Because, yeah, it's pre-burned DEC. It's coming out of our circulating supply. It's going to make things look better. But in the long run, the only way we get DEC to par value is by burning a lot of DEC. And pre-burning so that you can burn less later is not actually helping us get there, when it's going to be a thing that happens over time. And I understand the desire to front run it, but this is not the right way to do it. So that is why I have voted against it on all three accounts. And
I think I'm gonna vote for it.
okay, if you're gonna vote for it, go for it. Blue Devil, you're not. Well, what you're missing is that we've actually. I mean, yes, what you're seeing here is millions, but they're all dropped by 1,000, just to make the chart a little bit more readable. So yeah, this is. It looks like that's 6.3 million, but it's actually 6.3 million thousand, which is 6.3 billion.
Part that I'm not like the most fond of is the vouchers being a part of this deal.
Yeah,
That's the one that's kind of like,
yeah, that's the other part of it, especially because you've got people out there like Stever. I was having a conversation with him. He kind of guested on one of my Splinterlands TVs that I was covering for somebody, and then afterwards we talked for a good like hour and a half, and he was like, yeah, I'm sitting on over 100,000 vouchers right now, and as soon as this passes, that's all going into DEC-B. And I was like, and you're not the only one, and I know that. I mean, what I'm gonna do, I don't have a lot of vouchers, but immediately I'm pulling all my vouchers out of the liquidity pools and I'm putting them into DEC-B. Like, I see how it's going to be a winning option to do that, but it's bad for the game. So that's where my problem is.
yeah, because you get what, 200 per voucher?
200 DEC-B per voucher, exactly.
Yeah, which I don't have a lot. I don't have nearly as many as Steve. Holy cow, that's a lot.
Big Barger said, okay, I grabbed some to make a level 2 and we'll try out this Immortalis. I think the dog swayed me to like him. You know what? You win. Because the dog is what made you try him out. Like, 10 points to you, sir.
That's funny.
And yeah, like Gank was also talking about, yeah, vouchers, increasing the DEC supply. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not going to see 6 million vouchers burned, but we are going to see some amount. It might be 3 million, it might be a little more, might be a little less. I wouldn't be surprised at all if it's somewhere between 2 and 4 million vouchers that get burned. I would not be at all surprised to see the price of vouchers be pushed up to 15 or maybe even 20 cents. I don't really think it's going to go all the way to 20 cents because that's actually a break-even point on the trade. So it's definitely not going to go over 20 cents. But, I mean, it still might, temporarily, because there's still so many vouchers being printed that it will get driven back down, and I think people can think long-term and realize that, you know, vouchers are still not a great hold. And
also, I don't think Steve... Well, I mean, unless it's on Hive Engine, which I don't know. I'm looking at the top voucher holders, and there's only 2 things with over 100,000. Splinterlands Hive is one of them, and the other one is not a person.
yeah, but would you honestly be, if you're holding 100,000 vouchers, would you be holding them out in the open?
I just don't know how he's holding it. And I'm going off of Peak Monsters, so I don't think this is going strictly off of Splinterlands info.
No, but, I mean, where are my vouchers? You won't see them on there because every single bit of vouchers that I have is in liquidity pools earning me SPS. Like, all of my vouchers are on the Swap Hive voucher pool earning me SPS, and that's not going to show up on the rich list.
Why wouldn't it?
Because it's not held in the account, it's held in the liquidity pool.
And then shouldn't it tell us if a pool is holding these?
I don't think it would, because that's not an account, it's a liquidity
I
pool.
don't know. Yeah, but it's still like linked to your account. That's like, I don't really understand how all this stuff works.
Yeah,
so.
at that point you're over my head in terms of crypto knowledge and whatnot. But that's exactly how I would see that is, you know, maybe that's looking at Hive Engine and not Splinterlands in-game. Maybe it's looking at Splinterlands in-game and not Hive Engine, because the two are separate. So maybe he's got them all in-game and it's not reading that. Or maybe he's got them all on Hive Engine and it's reading in-game. Or maybe he's got them in the liquidity pools. Or maybe it's, you know, spread out among all three. So You know, he's got 300,000 in liquidity pools. He's got 300,000 on Hive Engine. He's got, 30,000, and he's got 40,000 in game. Then it's definitely not going to show as 100,000 on the rich list. It's going to, because it's all split up.
I don't know. 100,000 seems like a lot for Steve.
I mean, maybe, but I know he's got a crap ton of SPS as well. And I mean, if there's 40,000 of them being printed per day and he hasn't spent any in the last months, I could absolutely see it. Like, when was the last time that anybody actually used vouchers? Was pretty much the Rift Watchers sale. And, well, I guess there were some that were used for the Christmas sale, but really not very many.
I'm heading up. I need to find. I'm about to be like, Steve, I need you to show me a screenshot of this. This seems ridiculously high.
And I mean, maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it was, not 100,000. But either way, like he said, he was putting all of his vouchers into it, or at least almost all. And like, yeah, that's a lot of DEC inflation, even just from him doing that. And he's not going to be the only one.
Yeah.
And because this vote is so close, like I was actually considering buying a bunch of vouchers, stockpiling them now just to turn them into DEC-B. Since the vote is thankfully so close, I'm not gonna do that, because if it fails, then I definitely see vouchers tanking.
Well, isn't 200 DEC still cheaper than... Or is it cheaper? No, I don't think it is.
We can test that though. Let's go.
Okay, no, it's a little bit. It's about 50% more. Oh, it's about 11 cents for 200 DEC right now.
Yeah. And I mean, I do see that this is going to help vouchers and DEC kind of level out to the point of, one voucher being equal to 200 DEC. I do see that being an effect of this, but we'll see where that actually goes. And yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be interesting to watch things play out, but I do feel like in the long run, it's going to be a net negative for the game itself and for the price of DEC in the long run. I'm sick and tired of actually loading up this site all the time. I just bookmarked it so that I've got easier access.
Oh, man. Without KYC, Splinterlands is dead. Posted an hour ago by the man himself.
Big Barger, I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I voted no. I feel like this is a bad thing for the game overall. I would encourage you to vote no, but it's your decision. It's your account. It's your game. Play it your way. All I can do is tell you why I vote the way I vote, and encourage you to, do your own research, make your own decision, think things through. Don't just blatantly follow what anybody else does, because everybody's personal situation is different. So I understand why there are going to be a lot of people that are voting for this, because it is a good thing for them individually. Like, I feel like most whales are going to vote for it, and I still feel like it's going to pass regardless of whether I'm correct or incorrect about it being bad for the game, because it is definitely good for whales. Anybody who's already got more than 1 million DEC just sitting there on their account ready to rock, or who does have 50 or 100,000 vouchers, this is a good thing personally for them, because they're going to get extreme amounts of value out of it. So I don't think there's much chance that it actually fails. Every no vote counts though, because I still believe that it is negative for the game overall, and so I'm hoping that it doesn't pass. You have been a straight no voter. You're in Like, straight no voter, like you voted no to every single proposal that's been put forth so far? If so, that's interesting.
Yeah, that seems like you don't think. I mean, that seems like you...
I'm not going to go that far, but there have definitely been there have been plenty that I voted yes on. I've actually voted yes on most of them. And, I mean, I do have... This is an open channel. If you would like to come on and have a conversation about why you have voted against everything, I would love to do that. Jim and I mostly agree on most things. It's always good to hear a dissenting opinion and arguments against, as long as we can all remain respectful. This is Splinterlands TV, and so, you know, language has to be family friendly. On my channel, I don't care. You can swear at me or whatever. But yeah, no, if you ever want to talk and join the conversation, I would love to have you. We've got about 45 minutes left on this stream, and then I will be live 4 hours after that on my own channel. So, open invitation for you. Rick on the Mountain number 9977 in Discord. Hit me up if you want to join us. Speaking of which, just checking things right here. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at Jim's clip real quick.
Uh-oh.
Y'all should go vote for this, by the way. I'll stand by it. Like, and obviously, my opinion does not mean all that much because I've not played with all of them. But in my opinion, just, you know, from my experiences that I do have, that yeah, Wraith is the best life summoner and is the best chaos.
Chancius is good, right? Chancius is good, but Wraith makes you an Omni tank. All of your stuff Omni tanks.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like, oh, magic gets by my armor, so that doesn't matter. All right, the Chancius repair, okay, doesn't matter. The triage, if you're attacking frontline, okay, doesn't matter. Resurrect, all right, great, they have 1 HP. Magic, get in there, kill them.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's not even comparable to how good Wraith.
You know what? You go ahead and disagree.
Oh.
I love how it just starts out with Chancius sucks. Virus said he's voting yes on it, but he can see both sides. Virus, I have a question for you. How many DEC-B are you going to be getting?
That is also a good question. How many are you going to be getting?
As much as my vouchers can get me. Well, I mean, you know what the exchange rate is there, so that's kind of what I'm asking. Is like, as someone who is voting in favor of it, how much do you actually stand to benefit from this?
How many vouchers do you have?
Yeah, how many vouchers do you have is basically the actual question that I'm asking. And feel free to, you know, not answer. You don't have to. It's just, you know, inquiring minds want to know.
Is around 300, so 60,000 you get.
350k DEC and 300 vouchers. So
also, hey Virus. Been a while since I've... You know who it's been a long time since I've seen? Lord. What is going on with Lord?
That's a good question, actually.
Lord knows how to party with me, man.
All right, so if you were to go all in, you could turn 300 vouchers and 350k DEC into 500,000 DEC. I mean, you'd be short by by 2,500. So yeah, that's a pretty big benefit that you would get out of. Yeah, you're basically going to gain 150,000 DEC. Just shy of. And that's why I'm saying, like, I understand for those who have that kind of liquidity, like, I can't fault you for voting for it, because the personal gain that you're going to see is going to outweigh the negatives to the game. Like, you're still, even if this pushes the price down by 20 cents, you're still going to come out on top overall. But it's going to be bad for the game overall. Like, it's a very interesting kind of knife edge that we're walking on that. Benefit for me is that the vouchers can buy my land potions. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Although, you know, a better way to handle that would be let vouchers buy land potions. Like that. I don't know. Just like the song. I don't know. Like, I understand the desire to correct the price on vouchers, but I also feel like the price on vouchers will self-correct if the price on DEC corrects.
I need to find someone who's for these voucher, or these, whatever this thing is called.
Oh, I just found dark mode on Brave, like, as a whole, or at least on Brave search engine. That's nice. I like it. I know Jim's like, no.
What? I can't believe you've done this.
I agree that it is reducing the DEC deflation that would be happening in the future. And that's exactly what we're getting at. Like, it's not, I don't feel like it's immediately going to push the price of DEC down, especially since it is soulbound. Before that, like, the original iteration of it, I feel like would have actually been a negative price pressure on DEC immediately. And that there would have really been kind of no way around that. But, you know, overall, I feel like it's probably not going to work out that way with it being soulbound, but it's still going to happen in the long run because it is affecting the future usage. And it's providing more obstacles to DEC being burned just by way of providing something else to burn instead of DEC. I actually need to check the SPS pools rewards on Get the Good Scrub. What's up?
So Square Enix just posted a newsletter, a New Year letter from the president of Square Enix, Masuda. You ready for this?
Wow. Hold up a second.
Ready for this?
I'm just about, but look at the stream screen real quick and tell me what you see.
Stream screen. Stream screen. What the?
I have not claimed my LP rewards on this account in so long that I have DEC rewards.
Wow. Dude, it's been a while, huh?
That is crazy. All right, so tell me more about this letter.
Square Enix, which I've already known this for a little bit, they're going to be making multiple products with blockchain technologies.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
I can't wait to see what it is.
Well, we know it's going to be Final Fantasy 27 or whatever the next one is. 284
They're
million.
on 16 right now. It's about to come out. Okay, settle down. Just
I'm just saying the Final Fantasy is like Rocky and Police Academy. I never know what number they're currently on.
Okay. First of all right, the Rocky movies aren't even that high. All right, then they just came out with the Creed movie. If we were gonna say long-going franchise movie, all right, you bring up Fast and the Furious. Okay,
Fair enough.
Like number 10.
Fair enough. Fast and the Furious is the kind of current one. And the Expendables, like
Harry Potter.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that they're the only ones. I'm just saying that they fall in that group, that I'm not sure what number they're currently on. But yeah, I would definitely say, and honestly, also a big part of it is I don't really know their other properties all that well. I know that Square Enix is Final Fantasy. I don't know console games well enough to immediately say anything else that's Square Enix.
Yeah. Dragon Quest.
Okay. And I've heard good things about that game. It looks pretty cool, but I've never actually played it. So
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh. I see. I think I officially knew that was them, but I try to forget that it exists, and therefore I would not have made that connection.
Yeah, the first two are good. Everything else is just like, why are you trying to do the Fast and the Furious on us, like making a bunch?
Yeah, FNF definitely takes the cake on that debate. Well said, Blue Devil. Well said.
Is that Final Fantasy or Fast and Furious?
Fast and the Furious. Because Final Fantasy wouldn't be F and F.
Yeah, but it's normally if you just put them next to each other, you don't even have to put the and for Fast and Furious.
But if you, in this situation, with this discussion, if you put FF, words, then it's not Fast and the Furious, it's Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but it's one of those filler words that could just be taken out completely if you were going to, like, not hyphenate everything, abbreviate everything.
I might have to recheck the break-even point for burning reward cards for DEC is with that discount, though. Oh, that is a great point, Virus. Holy crap. That's something I had not even thought about or considered. Nicely done.
Wow.
That's,
yeah, because you're going to be getting 20% more. Holy cow. Also, he says Final Fantasy Tactics would be cool with NFTs and crypto.
Final Fantasy anything. Like, I can absolutely see NFT working into Final Fantasy anywhere, anyway. Like, I love those games, so, like, don't think I was kind of crapping on them by saying, the Rocky comparison and whatnot. I love Final Fantasy. I have not kept up with it since 11, but as a franchise, like, they're magnificent games. They're always well done, and, like, nothing but props to that franchise. And yeah, I feel like it's a natural fit for Web3 NFT crypto gaming. And I'm excited to see it. Like, yeah, that is one franchise. That and Diablo. And maybe we can get Diablo a little bit away from the let's just bilk everybody for every penny that we can possibly get out of them, and go back to just making it a great game, and then actually have NFT drops and whatnot. That would be pretty awesome. And even you don't even have to do it for like the common and rare items and whatnot, because that would just be too much. Just make it for all set and unique items are NFTs. You don't need it on anything else.
Yeah, I think that's something like I think a lot of future games need to come out with. And I've talked about making a game with Dwayne in the past of something for NFTs, and you can have like the beginning stuff. Maybe you go to 1 to max out level, and you have all access to common stuff, rare, and maybe some epics. But then, like, when you start getting into unique things that make you a lot more powerful, maybe start having that as NFTs. And for sure, the currency needs to be crypto.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And also you could have, you know, your battle pass type of thing there as well, and then that's what gives you the access to the commons and rare stuff for free or something like that. So
I'd love a turn-based combat system, RPG like.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the old school Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just you already remade Final Fantasy VII and made it beautiful, and it's still one of the greatest games of all time. So remake it again on the blockchain. Yeah. Like, let's do this. I am 100% on board with that.
And make it to where people party up together. And if you don't want to party up together, then you get like random NPCs on your team that are just like wearing nothing but common gear and can't be upgraded. So it kind of like tells you to go out and party with people.
I can see that. I can see that.
Ooh, all right, where's the game developer? Who here game develops?
Holozor.
Holozor, where are you at?
He's probably not on right now because he is still on vacation as far as I know, or maybe driving home. But after my stream, tomorrow, no, it's Tuesday. Yeah, so after my stream tomorrow night, we can ask him, because I think he's back home. And he'll be on Splinterlands TV, so we'll be able to do that. What am I trying to do here? Fast sweep, that's right. Oh, hey, another 10,000 DEC almost. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful.
Dude, I could make a bomb game.
And you and I have talked about it as well. Like, I've got some pretty dope ideas for NFT gaming that I think would work pretty well. I just have zero development background in coding and whatnot. So
there's like, so many cool things you can do.
Yeah.
I even brought this up to some of my IRL friends, and he was like, "Dude, you're an effing genius." I'm like, man, I thought it was common sense, like we could have brought into this argument about it. Well, discussion about it. It wasn't really an argument.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more great ideas for this space than there are people to enact those ideas. Like,
yeah.
I'm really, really kind of tempted to start devoting a significant amount of time to learning to code. Yeah. Because of the fact that there are more good ideas than there are developers to enact them.
Yeah.
And I do know coding a little bit. I'm not like I used to dabble in it, HTML, CSS, Java, Perl, Scheme, a few different languages and whatnot. Like I never really actually applied myself to them, but it's something that I have had some fun with, and I'm actually pretty decent with. Mm-hmm. Like you've seen how I do on the spreadsheets and whatnot. Like I'm not the whiz that can just sit down and pound it out and everything be flawless, but like it'll take me some work and some corrections and whatnot, but I can figure it out and make it work and get it to do what I want to do. It just takes some time, and it's something that I do enjoy doing. So, but speaking computer is not my native tongue, but it's one that I enjoy. And now that we have, wait, why did I just pulled more SPS out of Splinterlands to Hive Engine when I need to. It's not enough to matter for the vote anyways, so I will go ahead and add it to the liquidity pool. Alright, chat seems to have died down. Come on, y'all talk. We got 25 minutes and change left.
Man, I'm tired. You know what's funny? I woke up at 4 p.m. today.
So what's the punchline?
I have a problem. Also, I said I was tired.
All right, Virus says, looks like the rare rewards max bid is at DEC plus 20%, but the Epic's max bid is under the 20% bonus.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not in a position to take advantage of those discrepancies again, but I'm happy to put them out there for you viewers to be able to do. And Virus is like, joke's on you, I already put in the bids and now it's slower. It is crazy that, like, that kind of arbitrage opportunity is coming out of this. And, I mean, there is also the aspect of it does have a little bit of risk because if it doesn't pass, but at the same time, even if it doesn't, if you're getting cards that cheap, then, like, really, where's the loss? Even if you're not going to use it, just rent it out, and, you know, within a week or two, you've made back the difference in DEC between what it, you know, and you know, rent it for 2 weeks and then sell it, and you will have made a profit. Speaking of which, I need to check on Ripwinds again.
Oh, man. Holy cow. A lot of money.
And where are we at on... Okay. 14... I got nothing. Schlaboodle. Yeah, that is not helpful at all. I was 22,500 focus points short of earning my chest. Oh no!
Yay!
Yes, Virus. Expect to see Soulbound reward cards this month. So they're not going to be like making the current issuance of reward cards Soulbound, from my understanding, but they will be instituting new reward cards, and they will be Soulbound.
Yeah. Kind of like it. Kind of like it.
I don't see them actually changing the current reward cards to Soulbound. I feel like there would be immediate and severe backlash from the community if that were to happen. And because that would be another thing that, you know, got changed after the fact. And I don't feel like that would be a good thing for the game either. And I have not seen anything official that leads me to believing that that's actually how things are going to go. So we shall see. It's entirely possible that I'm wrong there, but I have no reason to believe that they're going to change the currently extant rewards cards in any fashion. They're just going to be introducing the new ones, and I'm not 100% sure, you know, how that's going to work either, because they express that they're currently working on a few different ideas and whatnot, and considering the exact specifics as to how it's going to work. So we don't really know much of anything yet, other than that they are coming and expect them before February. Yeah, I should go sign up for a brawl, huh?
Yeah, you should.
Because I don't think I'm in one yet. Because I have no cards, so it was rough deciding which one I want to sign up for.
Over here working extremely hard for this guild.
Oh, never mind. We're already in battle phase. They all filled, though.
All right, cool.
I also figure, you know, nothing wrong with stepping aside and letting somebody else get in one. Because I'm not going to go 6-0 this time like I did last time. That's for dang sure. Not having no cards.
You got it, dude.
Going up against... Oh, Holozor's guilds.
Uh-oh.
And YGG Brawlers Niflheim. And Immortal Gods 4 and TNA 9. And a bunch of other stuff that I don't actually recognize.
TNA. I wonder what that stands for.
You know, I've heard a colloquialism used for it that I'm not sure is okay to say here on Splinterlands TV.
Okay.
Maybe it's thoughts and attitudes.
Thoughts and attitudes.
Doesn't sound right, but I mean, it fits.
Kind of. Oh, yeah.
I think I can actually play a game here. Let's see. I think I have enough options that are not starters that I can probably do something. Yeah, let's try. This will be pretty much the first game that I've played all season. I guess they mentioned discontinuing the current reward cards when the soulbound ones come. I didn't hear that, but I wasn't paying super close attention, so I can't say that they didn't say it. I would guess that it was actually more in reference to Ew, my Celic Infantry is a starter card. How do I not have him? I would guess that it is more in reference to that we're nearing the end of the print run for the first batch, which is still not really a discontinuance because they're just almost at their end. And then there's also the fact that we've got the second run with like the Vampire Bat and the Vampiric Blossom and whatnot. So I feel like there's those should continue to go forward. But again, I don't know. I don't know nothing. I'm just kind of spitballing. Yeah, this is not a good team either. Yeah, I have no options. Never mind.
I need to finish the town hall. I went all the way up until the Q&A.
And the Q&A was long.
Yeah, I see that. It's an hour. Like an hour and 20 minutes long or something. That's kind of crazy.
I'm gonna lose this terribly, but whatever. Yeah, I actually didn't make it to the end of the Q&A either. I got to like 10 minutes left in it or whatnot, and then my lady woke up from her nap, and so I was hanging out with her and spending some time. But yeah, there's just so much in there that... Oof. Nasty poisons. Yeah, we're definitely not winning this one. Not even close.
What? What?
The family tree.
Wow.
Sounds like a guild that I created in one of the games that I was playing for a little while with the ex-wife. I'm so glad to not be in that situation anymore. Alright, we got 13 minutes left. Let's run a giveaway. Let's go. Helps to go to the correct site, right? Boom.
Normally.
Alrighty, bang play gets you in on the game. It is not going to be grubfish. We're just using this to collect names. Wangsmith coming out of nowhere with the bang play. It's like, yeah, I've been lurking the whole time, but I don't think I've ever actually run this before. Oh, here we go. Okay. It's all good, Wangsmith. I wasn't saying anything negative about you, just saw it happen, so was pleasantly surprised. But what are your opinions on the DEC-B? I would like to know. And how did your Immortalis go? Oh, so obviously you got at least one. Okay, how do I start this? Do me a favor, Wangsmith, go ahead and post that link in the chat again, but before you hit enter, put a / after the splinterlands.com and before the question mark, because that link does not work as is. And also give me a moment so that I can pull up the chat here so that I can actually click the link.
And how the heck do I start this dadgum game?
Sold yours for 11. Just bought them back at 9.25. Nice move. How much? How many copies?
Oh, Immortalis?
Yeah.
Good. Good idea. Maybe.
I just want to start the race. How you do that work, guy? Five from airdrop, should get a couple more from the YGG buy. Nice. 5 from airdrop, should get a couple more from the YGG buy. Nice. 5 from airdrop, should get a couple more from the YGG buy. Nice. We were about to go infinite there.
Oh my goodness. Did you ruin it?
I combo breaker.
Oh man. Why you gotta
Oh
do
yeah,
that,
Immortalis does nerf the crap out of Pellicor Conjurer too, doesn't he? That's beautiful. Obviously there it didn't matter because he didn't have Return Fire or Magic Reflect, but
Ooh, look at how low their HP is.
right? This is what bronze looks like, y'all.
Gee.
Yeah, that was
Immortalis is broken. Saw it here first.
good game, Wingsmith. Now, how the heck do I start this duck race?
Whack. Did you set a time frame?
I had. Love the shatter even with no damage. Yes, shatter is really, really nice in a lot of places.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to play this game. Done. Oh. Save?
Premium users only.
What was the save? Oh, no. The save as.
Yeah, all of that is premium users only.
Anyone know how to use this stupid website? Hit set.
Ah, there we go. There we go. What's good, Tapioca?
All right, I'm ready to win. Wait, I'm not in this? You didn't put me...
You did not hit Bang Placer.
I don't want to hear it. This ain't your channel, is it? I'm reporting you. You know what? I'm getting around to kick you out.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, If you
mean by
do,
that?
I can't stop you. So
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. You know, I think Bits is gonna lose.
maybe. I mean,
I think Virus is gonna win this game. He's gonna pull it out.
it's
of his-
entirely possible. Or even Big
he's gonna pull
Barger,
it out of
like,
his ducky.
it's never the person who's in front
No.
at like towards the end. It always changes in
Never.
the last 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we still have a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Big Barger.
probably.
Oh no, Virus! Don't be in first, Virus. No. Oh, Virus is gonna lose now. Dude, look at Barger pulling up. She's catching up.
Yep. It's the backwards cap. It's the aerodynamics.
Oh no! Oh, he's making his play. Big Barger coming up the rear. And what? Oh man. Bit's in last place. Bit, your duck isn't good, man. Your duck's not good, dude.
Looks like Caspi is
Well, we still got 20 seconds.
Yeah.
We got 20.
he's making a hard push though. He wants that victory.
No. Oh no.
Oh, look
I
at
think he
Wangsmith
won.
coming hard.
I think he's winning. The great cast. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
Wangsmith with the perfectly timed move.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Congrats, Wangsmith.
Oh,
That was
my good- Wow.
that was a big move and perfectly timed.
Wow. I feel like that was scripted.
I couldn't have scripted it better if I'd tried.
You know, we should set a race for 10 seconds and see how it goes.
Okay, why are you not showing my cards? Let's go.
It's like, what cards? Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I mean, that's not totally off the mark.
Oh.
Cards
No, you got
not
cards.
in all sets.
Oh.
Okay. And we have 168 cards. All right, well, that makes it easy. Wang Smith, go ahead and put your name in the chat. I know where I'm sending it, but, you know, for formality's sake. Congratulations, you win the Zenith Archer that I won from Buns, Bags, and Caps like 2 hours ago.
Yay!
But yeah, speaking about that shatter with no damage, I'll tell you one of my favorite experiences in this game was the first time that I saw I played Weirding Warrior in a Divine Shield match. And so and I played it under Dallin as the summoner. So Weirding Warrior shot was the fastest monster on the field. Shot, did 0 damage. Shattered 7 armor, and then crippled and still did 1 damage. Like, he basically got 3 shots before anybody got to move, and he's a 2-mana monster. Like, it was amazing. It was beautiful, and that was the moment I was convinced that Dallin is actually amazing. Like, that, obviously, that's not the only situation in which Dallin is amazing, but it's definitely, it's there. And the fact that he gets that at, you know, level 1, single DCX, still has Shatter. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Actually, you know what? Beautiful enough that I am taking that off the market before it sells.
Dude, Weirding Warrior is kind of a monster.
Weirding Warrior is absolutely a monster. There is no kind of about it. Like,
I just like looked over that card when I first saw him. I'm like, oh, okay, skipped over. Oh, it's over.
the only thing I really don't like about him is...
It was over.
Oh, yeah, it is.
They kicked you out.
After Sound is up. Stay tuned for After Sound.
Yeah, like it's gone. It's done.
I know. That was just kind of funny.